Hello football fans, hello XFL fans, welcome back to the XFL Fan Zone. First, I want to talk to you about my first Facebook page, XFLNewYorkGuardians.com. It's going to be everything XFL, and if you want to post anything else about football, for the most part, as long as it's NFL, college, or XFL, I'll post it for you. I have no, I have no problem with that. Also, my friend Brett Tierce, he has his page, 100% XFL. I recommend that page also. Go check it out and be a part of the group. The XFL released their top 5 names for each of the cities that were in contention to be called that name for that city. And we'll start with the original one here, Seattle. The Wild, the Force, the Fury, the Dragons, and the Surge. Not a bad list at all. I still prefer the Surge myself. Dragons I have no problem with because there's no other team called the Dragons I know about. The only team I know that was called the Dragons were the old Barcelona Dragons of the old World League. But other than that, I do not know a team named the Dragons. Still would have preferred the Surge myself. Second, Dallas. We had the Blaze, the Bandits, the Renegades, the Lobos, and the Mustangs. 4 of the 5 of this is good. There's no way I'm calling my team the Lobos. I'm sorry. There just isn't. But the other 4, the Blaze, the Bandits, the Renegades, and Mustangs, I have no problem with. The Tampa Bay people wanted the Bandits because of the old USFL team they really loved very much. But I think they got it right here, the Renegades. I like the Renegades very much. I would have preferred to see the Wranglers and the Outlaws on this list, but it is what it is. I like the Renegades very much, and a close second would have been the Dallas Blaze because don't really know a team called the Blaze. The closest thing would be the Portland Trail Blazers, but I like the Renegades for Dallas. I think Dallas got it right here on this one. Next, LA, who I think had the weakest top 5 list out of all of them. The Gold, the Stunners, the Wings, the Legion, and the Wildcats. Now, you know how I feel about the Wildcats. It's a college or high school name for me. Legion, something different. I would have no problem with that. The Wings of a what? The Wings of a plane, the Wings of a bird. I don't know, but we have a team called the Red Wings, and we have a team called the Battlehawks and the XFL, so that wouldn't have worked either. I love the Stunners. Problem is, it reminds me of Stone Cold Steve Austin, and because we don't want none of the wrestling stuff mixed with the football, because we want football, even though I like the Stunners, I don't think it would have been good for the league to have the team called the Stunners. I would have taken the Gold myself. That was one of my names a couple months ago when I did my video series. But either way, this is a weak list for LA. They want the Wildcats. I guess they're going to be unleashed on February 8th. What can I tell you? Tampa Bay, who had a very solid list. The Stingers, the Predators, the Vipers, the Sharks, and the Frenzy. I have no problem with any of these 5 names. The Predators, there's already a hockey team called the Predators in Nashville. There's also a hockey team called the Sharks up in San Jose. But the Frenzy, the Vipers, and the Stingers, I like the Stingers very much. That would have been it. I had no problem with that. But the Vipers for football team, that sounds good. Close second would have been, for me, the Stingers. Good job there, Bay. XFL St. Louis. This list was kind of disappointing, but they got the overall name right. The Archers, the Grey Wolves, the Phantom, the Battlehawks, and the Aces. I actually said Archers as one of my original names, but the Grey Wolves, the Phantom, no thanks, I'll pass on that. Battlehawks was awesome. They got the best name, logo, and team colors so far. Of course, subject to change when we find out the uniforms are. But right now, St. Louis got it right, the Battlehawks. A close second for me would have been the Aces. Aces, just something different. Even the Archers we've never had a problem with. But Battlehawks, well done, St. Louis. You got the best name on that list, if you ask me, in my humble opinion. Houston, we had the Comets, the Wildcatters, the Nitro, the Roughnecks, and the Octane. First of all, we had a WNBA team called the Comets, so no on that. I'm not a fan of WNBA. The Wildcatters, no, I'll pass on that. Reminds me too much of Wildcats. No thanks. Then we have the Nitro, Roughnecks, and Octane. Nitro is okay. I wouldn't have a problem with Nitro. Octane would have been a cool name, but they got it right here, the Roughnecks. And the city of Houston. Houston, we did good here with the Roughnecks. Octane for me a close second, but the Roughnecks they got it right, Houston. Good job. Now, Washington, D.C., we have the Knights, the Sentinels, the Stars, the Armada, and the Defenders. A good list. Knowing the Stars, that's an LA thing if you ask me. I would never call the DC team called the Stars. Sorry, I'm not. The Knights is my favorite one. I always loved that name. I always loved those logos from the old Knights. My team, the old New York, New Jersey, that's the world league I like very much. Sentinels is cool, but we had a team in the UFL called the Sentinels, so not sure about that. Armada, that's different. That's different. I don't know any other team called Armada. That's a pretty cool name. But they went with Defenders. I really had no problem with it. If you ask me, I would have went with the Knights. I got no problem with the Defenders. So, good. Congratulations, DC. There's your team. Now, for my hometown, XFL New York, who I think, if you ask me, had a pretty weak list. But thank God they got the final name right. The Gothams, the Power, the Guardians, the Grind, and the Cannons. First of all, the Gothams reminds me too much of a Batman and Robin movie. No thanks, I will pass on that one. New York Power, well, we use more power in this part of the country than anywhere else in the country. Makes sense, but the problem is we had a female soccer team called the New York Power, and they went out of business. So even though I like the name the Power, because of that reason alone, I would have gone with them. The Grind, no, cross it off. Don't like the Grind at all. Hate it. And the New York Cannons, which I don't have a problem with. It's definitely a different name, a name that no one else has. But they got it right here with the Guardians and the logo and the colors. So on that one, if you ask me as a New Yorker, I'm glad we went with the Guardians. Ho, ho, ho. Any other names? I'm not sure if I could have. They got it right with New York. Good job, everyone. Anyway, let me know what you think, everyone. We're about 160 days till February 8th and kickoff. Let me know what you think about the top 5 for each city. Did they get it right? Did they get it wrong? Fans, let me know. Well, enjoy the college football week and this Labor Day weekend. It is Saturday, August 31st. Enjoy your Labor Day. We'll talk to you later.